What's going on, Vic?
What's going on, man?
Nothing. I'm fucking cold. Holy shit. What's going
It
on
is cold
on this coast right now? We're
It's
dying.
very cold. Actually, tonight, I know this is pre-recorded by a couple days. Tonight, It said it's getting down to 1 degrees here.
Nice.
And I can only imagine you got to be hitting the negatives up down by
cold.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. No, the floors are frozen. I can't wait to pop a spring a leak. So
Yeah, there you go. But anyways, let's give our listeners what's on today's show for episode 32.
All right, let's do it. So welcome back to another episode. After our updates, we're going to be getting into Dana White's new project, Power Slap. Then we'll be going to the ground zero of the attention-seeking females at the gym. And we've all seen that video. I can't wait to bring that up. Listen up, ladies. If you want a list of where us real men are going to be before the end of the cuffing season, we'll give you a good list on where to find the good men. What do you think?
Yeah, exclusive list.
Very exclusive.
Yes.
You've passed by these places every day.
3 to 4 times a day.
3 or 4 times a day. You've never, but they're in your neighborhood, I promise. And last but not least, we'll be jumping into Jack's news with 90 seconds to midnight and some fake news staging fake news.
Oof, I hate that.
Oh, no.
Especially when they're dumb.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Greta Thunberg, so not a high IQ
Vice.
number there. And Vice. Yeah, exactly. IQ's just barely above freezing temperature.
I like when Vice started out. It was nice, you got the stuff you couldn't really see, the skateboarding and just the good old fucking.
Was that a long time
then
ago?
They become political.
Yourself?
Yeah, this was when they first started coming out.
Gotcha.
And then they becoming a little political and starting to add news, and they can't even. They stage horrible. Anyways,
very, very bad.
Jack, what's your updates?
So actually, what I wanted to share with the class is that I'm just starting to get into card games. Like I used to buy Pokemon cards.
Right? All right.
No. That's what men do. Right now, I'm exploring my childhood. And no, I play cards like casinos. I'm not too bad, but recently I was reintroduced to Pokemon cards. A friend of mine comes over and he does us a great favor of tutoring our daughter and the piano. So anyway, long story short, he's showing me these cards and I'm getting into it, and I decided, you know what, fuck it, because if I wasn't afraid of having them before they got thrown out. What's wrong with trying to learn to play them now? And I'm glad I did, because now I'm showing my kids how to play. But this whole thing wouldn't have happened only because when I was little, I used to buy them, and my parents were always against it. Like, no, you can't have Pokemon cards. And I'm like, God damn. So I never got to collect a lot of them, but the ones that I did have, he was showing me the other day, if I had held on to them, I'd have like $100,000.
No, probably
just in value in these little pieces of
But here's my thing, because I'm your best friend, and I want to look out for your interests. Are you
right?
You're not investing a lot of money, right?
No.
I just want to let you know, for the people, because I got caught up. I went down a rabbit hole, and I seen these cards that I've also had. I mean, I didn't know how to play. I just bought them because everyone bought them back in the time.
When they first came out, they were huge.
Yeah, like in
that was our generation.
98, 99, 2000, I think they were coming out.
Yeah.
And I bought them, and you put them in the slips, and I left them in a binder. My father threw them out. So I'm saying, for people that are listening, I'm not going to say it's not worth getting them anymore, but this ship has sailed. You're not catching up.
You don't think so?
You cannot buy Pokemon cards now and expect in 30 years to have the same. I doubt it. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, I would look at it like, if you own it, it's a piece of art. You frame it, you put it on the wall at this point. Like, if you had the holographic Charizard, it's only going to go up in value.
Yeah, but you're never going to have the originals. These are now millions of them out. Instead of
I see what you're
hundreds
saying.
of thousands.
Yeah.
Don't invest your time.
It's like Bitcoin.
And I know how
you should have.
You and I have the same thing. Once we get involved with something, we get involved.
Yes, absolutely.
You got to know when that ship sails.
Put it this way. I spent about as much money on that as I did on like any of that stock internet fake money shit like Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Like, I didn't go in when I was supposed to, and I definitely bought when I wasn't supposed to. Yeah. And now I'm just fucking over
This is the same. Exactly the same.
But I could not see me going to my kid, and because my parents are just against it altogether. I can't see my kids coming up to me and being like, you know, Dad, can I buy this? And me just, you know, absolutely fucking not. Like, never. Like, what could they possibly bring home that I'm against? Like, it's going to hurt them. You know what I mean? I guess if they came home with a knife and was like, hey, look, they're selling these in toy stores now. Yeah, I'd have a problem with it. But I doubt that that's what's going on. You know?
Nah, so, I mean, I would. Yeah, but I wouldn't want my kids going all nuts because, and then it's like they're using the cards to play the game, not knowing the value, and it just goes to shit. So, either you're gonna teach them how to use and destruct, or you're gonna teach them how to gain an interest in collecting. So.
I get what you're saying. I don't know. I guess the only thing that I could really
save your money.
So you're all about saving? I don't know, man.
No, I'm not all about saving. Blow your fucking money, but don't blow it on something and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna have this $500,000 card." It's gone. No. It's over with.
It's done and over with.
Pokemon world is gone. It's switched.
Yes, you just got to get on the next.
Whoever
new
has
thing.
those exactly, and the next new thing is not Pokemon. We don't know what it could be. It could be 20, 30 years. It's been over 20 years, right? I mean, Magic had a little run, but.
They all.
All right, let's not kill our listeners. Right.
All right, sorry.
Yeah. Some people don't know what the fuck. Yeah. They want to know what news
real men
and football and
they want to hear the real men things,
pussies, and what we really got to talk about today.
Yeah, let's get into it then.
What else you had here?
Well, I was saying how I would never tell my kids no to something. And that was my update because we were supposed to get into how I don't have a problem giving my kids anything. Like if they need something and you were going to talk about the stars and shit.
Yeah. Well,
you want to talk about that?
Well, yeah. Well, you explain. Jack has a rule with his kids where if they behave, they get, is it dots first or is it stars?
Yeah. So it's a system that you have with your kids that if they do good things, you give them like short-term rewards. Until they get to I mean, I'm sure if you were raised by parents that had any fucking, you know, experience, it's a good idea. But I give them little dots for every good thing that they do that wasn't asked for. It could be anything.
But first you give them stars, and then when there's like 20 stars, it's a dot. So each star is worth $1, right? I believe.
Yes. Yeah, more or less. But it's because I can give them like a little star, so it takes up more space. So it takes up less space. So I get to fit more stars. So I kind of rig it a little bit.
Yeah, so Jack has this great system with the kids. He basically, every time they do something that they're not told to do, but in a good way, like if your son wakes up on time, dresses himself, and is waiting at the door to go to school, that's a star.
Right.
You know, do your homework, get 100 at a test, and all these great things, clean up your toys without being told, you get stars.
Right. And
then, you know, I'm seeing this, and I'm like, that's amazing. But me, I would be
works.
like, I bet it does. And he'll take away a star if they misbehave or don't do anything
100%.
or complain.
Actually, if you lie, you lose all the stars on that board.
I like that. Because if I had this star graph board type of mix over here, I would definitely rig it to where they can never win. Occasionally, they'll win like a dot. That would be $20. But every time I go visit Jack, there's always like an extra dot or two. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, these kids are like making $40 a month.
Yeah. They're expensive, but
for me, they'll get the stars, but I would either catch them in a lie, pretending like they lie. I don't know. Yeah. I'll wipe that fucking star board away. They'd only
just as
get
soon
like
as they're
dots,
about to get a full fucking
exactly.
a full road.
Away,
what? You did what?
Yeah. And then when their birthday comes, you kind of give it to them and they feel good. You know, birthday, Christmas, Easter, stuff like that.
Nah, man. I don't know. I'm just hoping my kids get rich because, you know, rich kids generally mean well-off parents. Yeah. I don't know anybody who's got rich kids and is just still on, you know, food stamps. So,
well, at least for your girl, I see, you know, definitely maybe a lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Or something, something where she could speak because she could make everyone feel stupid.
She's very good.
Your son
at that.
better be starting creating some video games. I don't know. Maybe make the next Call of Duty
Yeah,
big
he might play
mainstream.
soccer.
I don't know, soccer. All right.
Yeah, he'll be a little disappointing.
I see him as a little soccer player.
I'm just not into soccer though, so that's going to be the one where it's like, okay, you're playing a sport, but soccer.
Yeah. Whatever. Start conditioning them at least. He'll figure it out.
For sure, 100%.
All right. Well, on to me. Vic's updates. We have the two teams going into Super Bowl. We have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Bring it back real quick with the Chiefs and Bengals, that game. I know that foul, that last-minute foul, penalty, sorry. That last-minute penalty did cost the Bengals, which that's 100% a flag. But throughout the game, I feel like the refs were influencing this game. Like, there was some bullshit calls. You got to let the players play, man. I think Bengals should have come out as the victor, but Kansas City Chiefs won. They're playing in Arizona for the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback.
Mahomes
also is the face of State Farm, which also is the stadium they're playing at in Arizona. It's the State Farm, Arizona.
I did not know that.
So, yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy going down, and there's been players to say that, yeah, the NFL is rigged, just like Hollywood. They come up with playing, which I believe. I could believe that.
To do some commercials?
You know, man, when the refs – yeah, but the refs get involved, and when the refs outcome a game, there's questions. You gotta let the
you
players
mean rigged
play.
like that? Like the game
Yeah,
is
you
fixed.
got to let the players play.
Gotcha.
I mean, anyways, my prediction
You know what's
for the
crazy?
Super Bowl.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, when I was at I went to a card conventions where I got involved with the Pokemon cards, as I mentioned in my updates.
Still
they had
more
a Patrick
Pokemon?
Mahomes card. No. It was half, that fantasy shit and half sports cards, which I always thought there was like a game you played with them. Apparently, no, you just collect them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm weird.
25,000.
Huh? How much do you think?
25?
40.
40. All right.
40. Crazy. 40 for a piece of fucking, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's probably a limited edition sign. That's why.
Yeah, it was signed. I don't know if it was
And it's one of one.
I don't know.
Because they only make a few of those cards. That's why.
Okay.
Anyways.
Who do you think's winning?
Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm a Giant fan. I'm not a fan of the Eagles. I'm not a fan of the Cowboys. That's just my thing. So I don't care who wins, but like I said, if I have to put money on it, I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. Why? They have everything in their checkbox is clicking. Their offense is clicking. Their defense is clicking. They're getting touchdowns. The defense are producing plays. They're sacking quarterbacks. The quarterback, Hurts, I think is in a much better position than Mahomes. Someone said the Hurts that got injured. I don't know what his injury is or if it was just baloney because Vegas has to make money off this game. But the Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, is hurt.
It's an injury or a boo-boo?
No, injury. Like Mahomes has like a tore something in his right ankle to calf.
All right.
But
so he
was a triple threat. He could pass, he can run, he can produce plays. He's not running now. That could limit him. Could limit his 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 downs if he can't have someone to pass and flick it off to. But the thing I don't get is Bengals, that whole game, did not see the screens that were being run. Pacheco was ghosting Mahomes every play. And if he didn't have a play, he would just dish it off to his running back. How do you not catch on to that? Like, it was almost every other play. They should have had someone there the whole time. But
bad eyes on the game.
Yes.
So
anyways,
that was more of a
Bowl.
management issue. That's more of a coach issue.
Yeah, that's the defensive coach. They should have said, attack this fucking guy every fucking play. Every fucking play, attack him.
Well, maybe it was rigged. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So Super Bowl, I'm going with Philadelphia Eagles.
All right.
For 2022 into 23. My car window's fucked up. Fucking won't go up. So I fucking go to the mechanic, and they're supposed to get this part ordered, $300. Thank you, Kia. I didn't know you were that expensive. So he goes, yeah, the part came in, but it's not the right part. It's been 3 days. Now we're going on 2 more days. Like, I can't live without my car. You know what it is to drive and your window's halfway down, especially with this fucking degrees out there now?
Yeah, it's really cold.
Yeah,
By the way, you
good.
cut out. I don't know if it cut out on mine. It cut out on mine.
It didn't. Let's continue.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, and that's about it. And I wanted to say this is our episode now. I don't know if we're doing 1 or 2 more, but we got to end the season. We got to take a mental break. Get everything working in the mix, and
sounds good.
Come out with season 4. But let's get into this first topic we got here.
Yeah, let's do it. So the first thing, as promised, Power Slap. Power Slap League started by Dana White. Premiered January 18th, 2023. Now, I don't know if there's a lot of people listening that just have always had a thing for watching this sport. It's relatively new sport, but relatively new in the United States. They've been doing this.
Yeah, they've been doing this
Europe,
in
forever.
Russia, Ukraine, wherever the fuck these whack jobs come from. Like you said, personally, when I see this, I'm like, oh, man, I can't watch. I don't mind watching the women one, though.
Same for
I don't know
every
what it
sport.
is. Yeah. Well, basketball, I can't watch women basketball.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, there's something about this. I don't know if I feel bad or I'm going to witness like a death. Like something bad's going to happen out of this.
The first guy that goes up there and then gets put to sleep, which, by the way, actually happens a lot.
A lot, yeah.
And especially from what I've heard, because I haven't watched everything, more out of Power Slap than any other league that's really still in circulation in Europe and et cetera, et cetera. So we have some rules. You want to get into how the game's
I'll
played
go over
for those
the rules
for the uninitiated?
When it goes to sports, I think I'm better at it.
Yeah.
So once again, we're talking about Dana White's new project. It's called the Power Slap League. It's a very intense sport. It's like the ultimate toughness test, I think.
Yes.
Even though
100%.
People say you got bitch slap. Oh, you slap, you don't fight. No. This is an ultimate test of toughness because it's cringy to watch. But let me get into the rules. All right. So in the beginning, this is how it starts off. You get a coin toss. The coin toss will determine who slaps first. And this is for strictly Power Slap League rules. And the rules are still engaging, so they could be updated. So, yeah, you got the coin toss to determine who slaps first. There's going to be 3 max rounds is capped. So you're capped at 3 rounds no matter what.
Best of 3.
Best of 3. So basically with that being, if you do go through all 3 rounds and there's no winners, then it goes back to the decision making, just like they do in boxing, UFC, and all that stuff. They come down to the decision. Okay, strikes. The strikes are only to be open-handed. What do I mean? Hand up, palm up, straight up, open-handed. No closed fist, no half fist, no back slap. Right? At the start of the round, the striker will have 30 seconds to deliver a slap.
I feel like backslap would be funnier.
Say that again? Say that again? I didn't hear you.
I feel like backslap would be funnier if they changed the rules and it was just strictly backslap.
Power pimp slap.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, continue.
So yeah, like I said, the start of the round, the striker will have 30 seconds to deliver a slap. At the end of the round, when slapped, the defender would have 30 seconds to recover and get back into the fighting position.
30 seconds.
So, boom. I get 30 seconds to slap the shit out of the defender. And then the defender, once gets slapped, has 30 seconds to recover, get back in their zone, and get into the fighting position.
That's a good amount of time.
During the fight, yeah. Well, I mean...
You get 10 in boxing, what, like 3 in fucking...
Well, boxing does quick counts, actually. So this might be 30 quick counts. I mean, they have the clock. The timer goes down.
Okay.
All right, during the fight, each slapper has to have both feet in their zone parallel to each other. So there's like a little box on the floor. Both feet have to be touching at all times, and they have to be parallel to each other. Now, here's a rule for the defender. The defender has to keep their shoulders squared. They have to keep their chin up, and they have to keep their hands behind their back the entire time until they get slapped. Right?
I've never in any other league seen that so far, by the way.
Well, this is Dana's league.
did this. Yeah, Dana's definitely cranking it up on the danger meter here.
I guess. I mean, the only thing you said you seen is what? They're allowed to tuck their chin?
Some of them I've seen, I think it was the Polish league, they definitely tucked their chin in, but they kept their side open. So, like, you couldn't bring your shoulders up, but as long as you tuck the chin in. And sometimes, dude, I swear to God, you look at that and you're like, yeah, that saved his life. Like, he'd have died right there.
Yeah. I don't know. But that's the rules. Yeah, that's the rules for the defender. And then for the striker, feet must stay in the zone, always touching the floor. Before the striker must tell the referee which hand he will slap the defender with.
Can't psych him out.
How many wind-ups will he do before the slap? So basically, he's going to say, I'm going to be slapping with my right hand, and I want to get at least 4 warm-ups. And he'll have 30 seconds from the clock to start even it out, warming it up.
That's crazy. So you even know when the slap's coming?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I could understand deciding which hand because you don't want to, him to show up I will crush you with this hand. And then he fucking goes and psychs you out and hits you on the other side. That would be fucking
That'd be nice.
So, I mean, I get that one, but damn, even literally down to the countdown of when you're going to catch, that's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah. All right. And then a legal strike. So when the striker is slapping, here's what the rules are for a legal strike. It's an open hand slap on the cheek. The slap must be under the eyes and above the chin.
Right.
You can't lead with the palm of your hands, and the entire hand must hit the person's face all at the same time.
Right.
So that would be a legal strike. And then the defender can't flinch, can't raise shoulder, can't tuck chin. Penalties are raised as warnings, so they can either give you a warning, they could give you a point deduction, or they can disqualify you from the match itself.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Then the weight class. What, you have any questions on legal strikes and defending? I mean, I'm not a spokesman here, but from what I read.
So, I mean, what I've seen is a lot of people getting knocked out. And then they'll go to the review as to, like, what the fuck just happened. And, yeah, the person will lose, but the real loser is you who's on the floor and can't remember your name for 3 weeks. Because
yeah, I know, that's so brutal. I mean, I could definitely watch it. Maybe I just need a drink in me and like another group of guys, and we're eating, we're fucking just chilling,
But the photos are great. The still shots they get are hilarious.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube. I'll have some photos of everything we talk about. So
Hell yeah,
give you something. But and then there's a weight class, so they have a men's and a women's division. I was wondering if they were going to allow biological men who ID as women.
Yeah.
To slap the shit out of other females,
Yeah, can't have that swimmer situation go on where
because that would never happen. And I feel like if that was to happen, I guarantee you, I feel like this sport will bring back 2 genders. 100%. Yeah.
100%.
Oh no, I'm a woman. I'm a man.
No, we can't be doing this at the same time. No. That's a man. Hi, but I associate with women.
Yeah. Look at my pecs. And then there's only 3 ways of winning. And that's KO, TKO, and points. So.
All right. Sounds good. I love watching it personally.
Do you?
Yes. They're fucking great. They're fucking great. You should watch more of them, man. We got to get into...
No, I would watch. I would like to do like a Saturday night. I really want to watch... what's that thing Dave Portnoy does? Rough and Rowdy? I want to watch those boxing matches. Yeah. Those look fun. I love when people that hate each other are fighting like that.
Doesn't he have just like some trailer park trash show up?
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like, and like also midgets. He gets like a whole fucking... Yeah,
it's like people, like how they still have that stigma where, oh, you're from this part of the world, or you're from Tennessee, I'm from South Carolina. No, we're fighting, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh my God. And these are grown adults, we're not 12 again, where it's like, yo, he's from that side of the woods. Don't talk to him, man. He's You know,
no,
he's
if
from
you have that
park.
attitude, you're rooting for him to get the piss knocked out of him.
Yeah.
If he's one of those guys, you want him to suffer.
Oh, man,
and that's
imagine
definitely
getting hit like that, man. Ooh.
Oh, I love it.
Would you ever do that?
Just get into the ring with it would depend on who it is.
And I'm not. Yeah, I'm no. I'm not saying get into this whatever they call it with a professional, but someone who's just as equal to you or less.
Yeah, the only time we run is to the fridge.
Yeah, like would you and your brother ever fucking do a 3-round?
We have, but you know how hard it is to fuck up the juggernaut? Like, you just get tired of swinging. You defeat yourself.
Really? So he doesn't...
Yeah. No.
He doesn't... So why doesn't he do this? Maybe this is his calling.
I mean, we grew up. We're brothers. So we've obviously got into, you know, the fist fighting matches, but with gloves, because we thought it would be good. And, you know, one thing turns into another, and now all of a sudden you're fighting for real. You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's how it goes. But
dude, I mean,
I would love to see your brother at least go in an amateur one and see if he got what it takes. We can sponsor him.
He looks like Butterbean too. If he were to shave his head,
we would shave his head for him. Yes. We'll put like a number 1 on the floor, and as he's eating, we'll just shave his head. He won't even notice.
Fucking dye his hair blonde, ladies and gentlemen. Triple H. XL.
Yeah. Triple XL.
I love that kid, man. It would be fucking great, though.
I love him, too.
It'd be a good thing to record, too. If we just do that. Oh, man. Would you guys like and subscribe if we got an enormous man to dye his hair blonde and then get into the ring with me?
I would, yeah. Or I would, if we could get like another 100 subscribers before the season 4 episode starts, I say your brother gets to slap the shit out of both of us.
All right. You get into the ring with him? All right. So we'll do that.
No ring. We'll just do it.
Just in a room?
Just like in the studio. I'll set something up, and I want him to have powder on his hand. And I need like 4 films. I need a slow-mo, a fast one. I need all angles to be captured on this one.
Power slap in the studio.
I want to see my face shift. Oh, that sucks.
Let's do it. I'm down. I'm writing this down. Not now, but I will.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Take it on.
I was going to say there has been some controversy with this power slap thing. And I have a quote here from Dana White. I absolutely fucking love it. Now, he's getting into a little bit of trouble because there's a lot of people getting knocked out. And so he said in a response, in slap, they take 3 to 5 slaps per event. Fighters in boxing take 300 to 400 punches per fight. And he says, guess what? You know what my answer is to that? If you don't fucking like it, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Couldn't have put it better myself, personally.
Exactly. Because if there's people like you and your brother that, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it. And even if I was offended by it, I wouldn't care. Because not everything is meant to be for me.
Correct.
But I do want to watch it. I am curious. I just don't think I can get through it because I would feel so bad for that guy's face. But then again, they're signing up themselves. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Football I can watch.
It's a manly thing. I think it's a manly thing.
I just think it's new. So I need some statistics and stats before I get into something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So into the next. I don't know. I don't have really a transition for this. How do we go?
We don't need transition.
All right, no transition.
We just go on to the next.
Gym influences.
Oh, my God. I can't believe these people are still around. Any influences, not only gym, just anyone that, if you never had a job in your life and you made an Instagram page and call yourself a public figure or an influencer, there's 6 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound fucking rude,
do it.
But
do it.
Well, yeah. Ladies, let me explain something before we get into this segment, right? If you're somewhat attractive, remember, guys, there's guys that think a 2, like a 7, my 7 could be another man's 2.
100%. Absolutely.
So when you see your following grow to 60, 70,000, 80,000, and then, I don't know, I'm pretty sure there's an insight, and let's say it's 80% men, we're not watching because we want to learn how to hip thrust at the gym.
Right.
We're not watching because we want to learn how to put frosting on a pre-made cupcake that you got from Stop and Shop.
Correct.
We're watching because you're attractive. And as much as you're attractive, some men out there want to watch and see you go down this deep hole. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I have an OnlyFans. Come check me out. And it's like, there it was.
We've arrived.
I knew it was coming. I've been following you for 2-3 years. So you influence people. Relax. Take it easy.
Yeah, for real.
Yes.
And
if you don't have a TV show on any of the major channels, 2, 4, 5, 7, 11, or if you don't appear on a Netflix original or HBO, you're nothing but just getting sponsored until they find the next person. And you just lost years and this mentality where you're not going to be able to work in the real world. You're not going to know what it is to have a cubicle next to people. You're not going to know what it is to take the train in the morning. You're not going to know what it is to wake up at 5 just to get to work at 7, to get yelled at all day, and your boss tell you you're not getting lunch today. And by the way, your check's not coming now because I still have to go to the bank. So do you mind if I give it to you tomorrow? It's you're setting yourself up for failure.
100%. And I would say, you know what? It's not even that big a deal because you're going to make your, whatever. If you save all your money, you might make a couple $1 million. But they're not saving it.
No.
They're living the influencer life.
It's exactly, it's like men, I'm not going to say female don't drug deal, but men drug deal, women become influencers. You get those fast cash. You're going on trips, you're buying shoes, you're doing vacation, you buy a car. You're not invested in nothing. I never seen an influencer go, well, I have 4 6-family houses that I'm renovating, right?
None that they say they bought. They are all staying at a mansion, but I promise you a couple of years they'll be up on the market.
Yeah, and when you see them at these different mansions and these different, just know that that's not theirs.
No.
They meet with other influencers. They fly to their location. One's got a sugar daddy. It's almost like illegal human trafficking that they do to themselves.
Pretty much.
I'm not hating on it. I just don't want you guys to set examples for the generation moving up, because the last generation's a bunch of fucking retards and pussies. And
Pretty much.
The last generation that I believe we were, or at least, give or take, we're a bunch of fucking savages. And this is our time
compared
to
to. I don't think we're savages. I just think compared to. Yeah,
we're fucking savages. All right. There ain't nothing that offends us.
Well,
if it does, I laugh at it and I'll be like, oh shit, yeah. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna tweet about it. I'm not gonna write 5 stories a day on my fucking Facebook wall. You know what I mean?
I know they put their lives out there, and look, I got off of Facebook, man. I'm glad I am. I don't have a social media presence per se. If you want to contact me, you have my text, my number, text me.
Yeah.
And by the way, if I send you something, that's not an invitation to call.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. Yeah, just because people send you something, don't. I have a chat, actually. One of the kids we know, he's like an acquaintance to one of my friends. I mean, we're mutual friends, but he's not like my friend.
Right.
He's my friend's friend.
Friend. Right.
We're in a chat, and I think it's on Instagram, and all day is just people sending shit. And no one replies.
Oh.
So I changed the name. I put, just watch, don't reply. That's the name of the chat.
Nice.
And that's what it is. There's no need to reply. Just watch it.
Perfect.
Don't even like it. Just watch it and scroll to the next one. So let's get into this gym.
Attach an emoji. Oh yeah. So the influencers. So one of these in particular, viruses of our human species, has recently got into the news. Yeah, dude, it's the fucking it's the ground zero of it all. It's where this whole thing originally started, and now there's parody about it. But there was one particular influencer who was at the gym, and just so that we don't promote exactly who it is, I'll just be giving you like a quick description, I guess, of what is going on.
I don't think it's gonna.
No, okay. So
I'll say her name. Yeah, it was Jessica Fernandez. I don't know where the fuck she's from.
me either. Nor do I care.
Yeah.
So she goes to the gym and starts doing hip thrusters at the corner of the gym by the squat rack. And
How original.
right. It's one of those where you'll never catch a dude doing it, but for some reason, every girl and their mother knows that exercise, but it has nothing to do with sexuality anyway.
Yeah.
So she's doing hip thrusts with a barbell, and she keeps account of every time this dude looks over at her, right? And the whole time she's, the influencer's going to try to be an influencer. So on the video, she's posting words that she's not saying but thinking because they're all fucking cowards and won't speak up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like keeping this counter, and she's afraid for her safety. Like, oh my God, he's the feral man. Look, 6. He looked over 6 times, and the whole time it's cringe. It really is. It's
but
really
this
bad
idiot,
cringe.
she didn't know what he was looking at until she had to go back and edit it.
Right.
So what do you mean fearing your safety? How would you know how many times he was looking at you? And dude, if you're gonna wear a red dress at a funeral, people are gonna fucking look at you. That's just how it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't say you're an influencer, because you might have been influencing this guy to do more reps and stay there and get more done.
Yeah.
If anything, you're a fuck up.
Well, I mean, whatever. If you're there to motivate those around you, good on you, ladies. We appreciate it. At least the real men do. But don't show up to the forest and wonder why the bear's hungry.
Exactly. I know bears just got out of hibernation. Let me take a walk.
Yeah. So the whole time is completely cringe. And the gentleman, after a little while, comes over to try to get one of those sanitary cloths to wipe down some shit. But she just like kind of looks up and goes, what? And while she looks up at him, he offers to take the lady's weights and put them back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know about you, but
don't
to
put
me,
their
that was
weights
a very
back.
nice gesture. Yeah.
It's chivalry. It's what most women want in this world. Oh my God, that's amazing. A guy stopped his workout to help me put my weights on or off and put it back on the rack. Like, no.
And I got to say, this whole time I thought it was a joke until I realized that she has to be some kind of retarded. Because she literally she typed in on the screen, again, with the words that you're thinking, not saying, because you ain't going to say that out loud. She writes, he's going to jail for staring at an underage 21-year-old.
Yes.
What?
That's like an oxymoron. You're a fucking idiot.
What?
You cannot be 21 and underage.
It just hurt my head. And at that point, I was like, all right, this got to be some. And you said that she had like some crazy super feminist.
Yeah, so I kind of had obviously I got to kind of look at, because I didn't know, like I seen the video, I didn't pay attention. I didn't know it was going to like kind of go viral. One, I think it's a publicity stunt.
Yeah. At
first, until I go on one of her pages and then I start seeing like she retweets and reposts like all these feminists and liberals talking about how women get assaulted every day and killed by men every day. And if a man gets killed by a woman, it's not that serious because women have no rights. And I'm like, oh my God. So first of all, you already know she probably goes to a terrible college.
Yeah. A 2-year for sure.
Don't know who her family is, if she has a father or fucking, she goes to a 2-year college, a SUNY. So, yeah. I could guarantee she's not in a university. Well, even though colleges right now are not good.
True.
No matter where you're going. Yeah.
True.
You're better off just fucking learning a trade and getting your hands dirty.
But she's definitely a woke person, we could say.
She's woke. She's fucking woke as shit. It's only a matter of time till half her head shaved, one side of her hair is pink, and she has a clothespin going through her fucking nose and a shirt that says, if you eat meat, y'all shall die, or something.
I don't know. It's the equivalent, though, of, what her issue was. Oh, no, actually, no, sorry. Before I get into that. After he offers to do something nice for her, she starts to get all afraid, and she's, oh my God, Oh no, she was afraid in the beginning, and then after that, she changes her attitude up, and she's more of in the mindset of, what do I look like? That I need your help. She starts saying that into the camera, like, what do I look like? Some damsel in distress, just because I'm here by myself.
I'm a 60-pound female trying to lift. Like, she couldn't even lift up the weights. And what bothered me most of this video,
right?
I didn't care about her fucking fake bullshit of him staring, and I didn't care for her looks. What I cared about is she never put the safety clips on the ends of the weights.
Yeah.
To hold, because as she was doing her hip thrusts, the weights were moving, and what that does is gives you unequal balance on the bar and could cause some serious injury. So not only do you not know what you're doing while you're lifting, you're not an influencer. I would say 80% of people watching you are just doing it for your looks and to see when you pop this OnlyFans. I got you're not. Yeah.
So I already, because of what you said to me, gives me a reason to look over at this idiot that's doing fucking hip thrusters with the clips off of the weights.
Watch it when she puts the yellow ones. I think they were like 35 pounds. They start sliding. And then
I want to duck if I know that there's a weight flying across the room because you decided to be a fucking moron and not put the clips in.
Yeah. One, you're in a public fucking gym. It's not like he was going to come there, and I'm not saying it can't happen, but he probably wasn't going to bash you over the head with a fucking dumbbell, right?
Right. Not a hot spot.
The guy was looking. This is what fucking men do. Like I said, don't wear a red dress to a fucking funeral and you won't get looked at.
Right.
Number two, if you can't be around people or you can't be stared, get your own gym. Like I said, it's not a matter of time until you either start an OnlyFans or you got to have a link saying, oh, send me a gift or buy me groceries and do this and do that. Trust me.
Yeah.
If you can't be around people, stay home. If I hate people, but sometimes I got to be around them. But that's why.
I feel like if you're an influencer.
I have my Peloton. I have my own things.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the gym. I don't go to the gym because I don't want to see idiots fucking doing CrossFit. I can't stand that.
I feel like if you're an influencer doing what she was doing, you could just be home and lift all your baggage.
And that's bad marketing. Yeah. And one, that's bad marketing. Yeah. And what are you doing at the gym as an influencer at your hometown? Shouldn't you be at a gym in like a rooftop in Dubai?
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Yes.
So
it's crazy. Oh, he's staring, but I'll put an 80-year-old cock in my mouth. You know, like
that's a porn. I don't know what that has anything.
Oh, sorry. Well, it all goes. I'm telling you, the roads all go back to that.
Yeah.
You can go left, right, make the U-turn, reverse, but eventually you're gonna get back on that road.
It's gonna be in front of
a camera. There's only one road that goes to hell.
It's gonna be one camera, and you ain't gonna be doing what you thought you were gonna be doing when you started this voyage. All right, so the last reason that I think this gentleman was looking her way, by the way, and it's the same thing that ignites a fire inside me when I used to go to the gym. That makes me just want to beat people up. She's at the squat rack, not doing squats.
Yes.
She's at the squat rack on the floor, doing hip thrusters, like I said earlier. What the fuck on earth?
Don't they have a room in the gym for like crazy people that could put anything and do their crazy shit in there?
Yeah, just do it at your home or whatever fucking skyrise you're living at. But don't go to a gym, do everything wrong, and then wonder why everyone in the room is looking at you and then just attribute it to, oh, they just want to fuck me. Stop. Yeah. Stop. Please stop.
You know, I never even thought of that. Maybe this guy was looking to see how much of a fucking moron you are.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's not everyone wants to fuck you.
But you
remember that.
I'm going to give her credit, though. There's not a lot of people that go to the gym religiously as I used to do. So these aren't. So if it's her first time in a gym,
she's gassed up.
Yeah. This to me looks like a simple misunderstanding.
She has her mistake kids, and she's gonna be bloated home, and then she's gonna start a blog on how to take care of kids and what to feed them, and like I said, there's so many paths you could take, but the last road you're going to hell.
You got the
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Where is it?
Perfect. So, anyway, I guess a good transition into the next one would be the fact that gyms are actually one of the places that I personally would recommend you go to find a real man.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Right?
Listen, ladies, yeah.
Despite this idiot taking the video and all the hilarious, I don't know if you've seen, but there was one person that did a video of a man that went to the gym that pretended that the girls were staring at him to make fun of this chick. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, before we get into where to find real men, I think a good definition for a man is in order here, since we don't know what women are. I feel like we should get into the definition of real men.
No, we know what women are, but go ahead.
All right. So male bipeds, this is my definition, male bipeds whose goal is to provide, protect, and care for women and children. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Zombie apocalypse.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saving everyone, but I'll try my best for women and children.
You kind of mangled me in a way.
Why?
Because I don't know why. I've never looked up the definition to see if it was changed. Define woman.
Yeah. Did you?
I'm doing it now. A woman is an adult female. Prior to adult, a female human is referred to as a girl, a feminine, child, adolescent. Hold on, what's the other one? An adult female human being. Is that okay?
I think it's circular reasoning. Like,
well, a woman is an adult
something?
female human, that's right.
Right, but then what's a female? A woman.
Yes.
And then you could just do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a real
my definition. My definition would be an adult female who has a uterus and could have beautiful children.
Perfect, right?
Biologically.
So, anyway, gym. Gym is the perfect place to find men who will more than likely, if they're working on themselves, and maybe skip the first 3 months out of the year because, you know, you get all types of fucking people in there. They're not really go in later on in the year.
Yeah,
they're really dedicated.
Don't go
guys.
to the gym. I already told you this during cuffing season and during New Year's Eve resolution.
Right. So the first couple.
Don't
of
go
months.
to the gym between, I would say, the start of Christmas Eve all the way to after February.
Right. And I guarantee you will find
March 1st, April 1st, you start heading back to the gym.
March 1st or April. Okay.
Yeah, I would give it some time. Yeah, because there's some stranglers that think things are going to really change, and then they just need an extra 2-3 weeks to realize. You know?
Right. Okay, yeah, good point.
You're such a fucking asshole.
So, I personally think you're going to find more people in there that are willing to provide, protect, and care for women and children. I mean, if you want to take away the next one, we'll just go down the list.
Yeah, okay, but that was good. Yeah, so females out there, if you want to find a man, the gym could be a good spot to start. I'm not saying you're going to end up with him, but this is a stepping stone.
Yes.
You know, because some people that go to the gym, if you want to be treated like a rag doll and a cum towel, then I would say go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know, get those prime 18 up until 25. Get that all out of your system, right?
Yeah. While you can, because the clock's ticking, ladies.
Yeah, construction fields. I mean, listen, I most of my friends, even, you know, Jack and I, we've been in all construction fields. We're fucking manly men, all trades.
Absolutely.
You know, you fucking work with your hand, you bust your ass. If you're bleeding and taping it up with tape and fucking you fuck up your ankle and you tighten up your boots and you continue to ruck or you continue to fucking work on and break concrete and fucking do whatever you want, that's a fucking man right there.
That's someone who knows how to sacrifice.
Yeah. So if you're a single female and you have a condo and you have some guy going in there fucking breaking walls, repainting, refurbishing, adding wood, doing your cabinets, and he's single, you know.
Yeah.
Give it a look.
Okay.
It's got to be attractive, right? Everyone in our mind's got to be at least attractive before.
I think that's at least 2 points on the chart. Like for women judging men, that should at least be 2 points.
Yeah, women, they either go for money or they go for looks. You can't have both. That's just me. Right?
Yeah, perfect.
What else you got?
So I personally think first responders.
Yes.
Very hard to spot a pussy in a crowd of first responders.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, look at Megan Hall, right? It was like the cop from Tennessee. She got railed by like 10 of them.
Yes, absolutely.
See, she was doing it right. She just was doing it all at once.
I totally
Space it out a little bit.
Take
Give
a
it few
break,
weeks
damn.
in between. Sheesh. You seen the canine guy? God damn, the guy looked like a fucking wrestler. He looked like Seal, the singer, on steroids.
Yeah, that's what happens when the women actually like, oh, that's where I can find real men. Then they
Yeah,
just
you don't do it all at rush. You take your time. Listen, you set the fucking dirt, you plant the seed, you add a little water, make sure it gets sun, and it's gonna bloom. You don't just fucking go all at
That's
once. Jeez.
But God bless you.
But she fucked like 8, Megan Hall, I think her name was.
Megan Olga.
8
God
guys, and then her husband. This is the guy you divorce. Ladies, don't go after this guy when he's divorced. He goes, yeah, well, I'm going to defend her. She had her reasons or something like that.
Perfect.
No, that's... Oh,
At that point, no
That's not
wonder
a
you
man.
went sleeping with real men.
yes, exactly. That's why she did what she had to
Exactly.
do, because this guy will fall into what are not manly people.
Correct.
All right. Military guys.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not trying to point out me and Jack and half of our following.
But do it anyway.
Yeah, but, you know, military guys, man. I mean, yeah, there's alphas, there's, struck down in the military order, but,
Yeah, they're
for the
not all
most
winners,
part,
but
and active duty guys too. I'm not saying reserve don't get credit. If you want to date a reservist, that's fine. But if they've been overseas and they understand what it is to be away from your family for
100%.
a year and months. But active duty military, those are your real men out there, man. These are people that signed,
Yeah.
did not know what the fuck they were getting into.
Because they might
Probably
not know.
came out broker than the way they came in,
No.
like me.
Oh, yeah.
I was in Texas, man. I was single. I'm partying. I don't know about you guys.
What I just noticed is that's the one time that I guess the chest candy comes in handy. If you're a female, the more chest candy, the better. If it's a reservist, that's when you know if
What do
they're
you mean
over,
chest candy?
your ribbons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you got more ribbons and you're a reservist, okay. If you're a reservist, you got no ribbons, that just tell them.
Yeah, no, yeah. You got to look at the chest candy, and ladies, just to let you know, usually like 3 or 4 ribbons don't even count. I mean, they count, but they're not. You have your
Everyone
service
gets them.
Yeah. Everyone gets those 3 to 4 ribbons. It's the awards. It's the overseas.
Yeah, my national security. No,
I
my
think I have
national
10,
service
10 ribbons,
makes
and some
all
of
the
them are
girls
double
wet.
stacked, so it would be like 12 or 13. But you put the number.
Right. So the next one's in your neck of the woods.
What?
What spot?
Oh, the football.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's football season. Listen, if there's a guy who would rather be at a bar or a couch and not spend time with you during football season, that's a real man.
Yeah.
It's just his hibernation. This is where his bandwidth mind starts updating, calculating. And don't worry, we pay our respects after. We go out to eat.
Absolutely.
We do things, but during Sunday, Monday, Thursday, don't fuck with the guy because he's a man.
That's when the man-
and men want to watch football.
Correct me if I'm wrong, where he recharges himself so that he can
So he can make
He
you
can
happy
deal with your
from March
bullshit.
all the way back to September, and then you fuck off again for football season
Exactly.
until February, and we just go around and around in a circle, and we keep it consistent and no change. Man, I don't know. I don't like change. I'm not a fan of change. I like sometimes a good change,
right.
but I don't like change.
We'll call those enhancements. I don't necessarily call them
Yes.
changes, but little enhancements here and there.
So if he's into football, but also can separate, if he's good on Wednesdays and Fridays and Saturdays.
chances
he's
are he'll
good.
have more chance and more willingness to go with you to
Yeah.
Michael's or
Exactly. If you want to go to the mall, you want to do this,
All right.
they go, all right, well, she left me alone for football, even though I didn't have that this whole season.
Yep.
I'll go to the mall and I'll do this.
So the next two, the next one, gun shops. If you don't visit a gun shop regularly, chances
dare
are,
you.
Yeah, I know I'm crazy, but I just personally
love
feel
it.
like if the person that you are trying to look for is supposed to provide for you, if the person also goes hunting, I'm thinking
It's a good
it's
shot.
a real
He's
man.
That's a man.
So-
If he does, if in a crazy world, if everything just stopped and Joe Biden really fucked us up with food and everything, and your man went out there with his gun, knew how to use it, because anyone can own a gun, but can you operate one?
Right. Can you track something?
It? Yes. Can you track something or someone, kill it and eat it and provide for your family? That's a man. And I will add people that crossbow.
Yeah.
Any type of hunting, any type of thing where you're killing an animal to eat, not kill it for joy, right? Because then that would make you a psychopath.
Well, I mean, there's trophy hunting.
There is, but yeah, besides the trophy hunting. But if you're just fucking picking up a fucking nice largemouth bass, chopping it up and throwing it back in there, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's pretty
shit. That shit's great. Yeah. Did we get the? No, we didn't do. We did the meat.
No, we didn't go through that. I'm gonna
butcher.
Say,
yeah. I think anyone. So it's almost like hunting, but if you own a butcher, a fish market, or a deli that serves cold cuts, and you have your own business, and you're out there, and you know how to fucking. If someone brings a deer in, and you're like, "What do you want? Jerky, Venice, whatever," and they fucking get in the back and start chopping it 2 hours, 3 hours later, that's a fucking man.
I agree.
That's a real man.
If you know your way around cow parts and pig parts, and you know what is good to eat, and you can get there and not, tap on the glass and go, just whatever that is, I want that one.
Yeah, I just want that. What is that? Why is it so thick? Well, when you cook it, it shrinks, jerk off, so it's a little thicker. Oh.
Yeah, so if you're a man and you're ordering it like that, don't pick that guy. So
yeah, what else we got? Last one.
No, I think that was it for the where to. I think where
the Home Depot.
Oh, that's right. Construction. Sorry, that one threw me off. The construction one. Yeah, Home Depot or any other hardware stores are 100% the place to go to find someone.
Well, watch out for chameleons. If you go to Home Depot and you ask the guy, "Hey," first of all, you shouldn't be asking questions, right? We all know this. As a man, you spend 5 hours in that. I'm actually going to Home Depot after this. I will spend 5 hours looking for shit and not ask anyone for it.
Absolutely. 100%.
I don't care if I don't find it. I'll just walk out. Just get out.
Now they have this new thing on your app that it'll tell you what aisle and what section that thing is. Oh, my God. Can't tell you what a lifesaver that is for the real men out there that got shit to do.
I'd rather do that because I don't want to ask another man where other manly things are. I mean, you got to understand, we don't live at this warehouse. And another thing, if that person that works there can't fucking give you directions, ladies, then I would put him aside and go for the guy that you're like, "Hey, I'm looking for this." And he brings you to the exact aisle, to the exact row, to the exact column and points to it on the first try. That's the guy you want to fucking let in your pants.
Absolutely.
100%.
I can't speak for the people that wait outside Home Depot, but the people in Home Depot. Those. Yeah. So places not
now.
Can we?
This is not yes. Now we got a list of where you're not going to meet a guy that's probably worth interest. You may think it may be like an illusion.
Yeah.
Like you're in the middle of a desert and you see a fucking pond of water and guys with dicks out and tits out, and you go there and it's just fucking complete sand.
Right.
A club.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times. I mean. I don't mean any times we got to say it, man. Yeah, there might be a few people that meet someone in a club and go for the long run. They're probably divorced now.
100%.
Or they're in the mix of getting divorced, but a club is not really a great spot to meet someone.
No.
It's a great spot for a one-night stand.
100%, but there's no faster way to get sand in your cooch than going to the club.
Exactly.
So avoid the oasis that you think it is.
What's the next one?
I'm going to say laundromat. This was mine, and the reason I put it down is because if you're a man and you can't, and you're like, you're living by yourself. If you're living by yourself, you have a lot of time on your hands. If you have a lot of time on your hands, you better be doing a lot of overtime. If you don't have your laundry done for you, like I'm talking about, if you don't just show up, pick it up, and then bring it home, fold it and shit, you're not a real man. I'm going to just put that right out there.
I think if you do your laundry, you're not a real man.
No, I don't. If you're
take
looking
that shit
for
out of the hamper, spray Febreze,
that's
and
disgusting.
Fucking continue mission, man.
That is disgusting.
Hey, sometimes it happens, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not for me. And I think if you're a provider, you are able to sacrifice it because you're going to find hopefully a woman that enjoys doing laundry, or you'll still be able to afford getting your laundry done. But if you're still going to the laundromat by yourself, you have a lot of time on your hands, or you're not working hard enough.
Yeah,
because that's not good.
I'll take the next one. I actually wrote this. A YouTuber. And we're not talking, podcast YouTubers or actual, like you're watching someone build something. I'm talking about your YouTuber that just sits down, who doesn't even have a respectful background, whose goal is nothing but just to put a video out on YouTube and climb this infamous mind control trick of, I want to see how many followers I'm going to get, and does not have a job. So this basically is how I was talking about females becoming influencers on Instagram. There's the males that if their hands are fucking soft as a baby's ass, they don't know what it is to work, take a train and do all that. And they just go on YouTube. They do like shorts or longs, and it has no end goal. Don't just get away from that guy, man. He's probably a narcissist. And
attention seeker at most.
There are men like that.
So this one you wrote, and I'm not sure why anyone would still be visiting a library, but
yeah, well, I wrote it.
But you wrote it.
That was my thought. I think anyone that goes to the library and uses the computer is up to no good. That's just my thought. One, everyone has a smartphone.
Everyone
has a smartphone, so if you can't look up something with your smartphone, or if you don't have some type of tablet, iPad at home, and you're going to the library, putting your name on the thing and using the computer for 30 minutes, you could use it for 5 hours. No one's coming in there.
Right.
And I think they're using it for some type of sick purpose.
I agree.
How to hide a body or some crazy fucking shit.
Anarchist cookbook.
Yeah, so if you go to the library and the guy doesn't have a child, I would stay far away from that guy.
That's perfect. All right.
If he's divorced, has a kid, maybe there's a chance. But if he's there by himself, especially on a computer or next to the children's books.
Okay, so
get out.
Originally I did not know where you were going with it. Now I appreciate that you put it on the list. Perfect.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to take the next one. My Little Pony convention. I feel like this goes without saying, though.
It's in the words.
Yeah.
If something was designed for 3 to 8-year-old females,
right,
and boys, I guess, in today's
that's the weird part. That's the weird part when these dudes leave their
once
keyboards.
You can complete a full sentence using 5th grade vocabulary, and you end up in My Little Pony convention, putting a stick between your legs, and you're able to drive yourself there.
Yeah,
that's, ladies, no good. No
you
bueno.
two are up to no good.
This is the guy where you are getting mugged, and he's staring at you, going, I would hit that bitch even more, while he's running the other way.
And you're gonna wish you had that guy from the gym.
Yeah. Oh, she has more money in her sock. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Where was the guy that was watching me do hip thrusts? I need him. Hello.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't safe there.
So, all right.
This Renaissance fair.
Yeah.
Now, hear me out, because this is like the library.
They're fun, but you don't do it by yourself. They're fun,
but
you go with
if
your
you
girl.
go to a Renaissance fair, this is a group thing. I'm not saying you go by yourself, but like, I never been to one. I don't know. You've been to one?
I've been to a couple.
Okay. How old are you? 34? And how many did you been to?
I by myself with my girlfriend at the time, and then now my wife and kids, but never before that.
Okay. So it's every 17 years. That's a man.
Sure.
All right. If you're not part of the stage, if you're not part of the production, and you're going there,
okay,
I would say by yourself, that would be weird. Or even with a group of 3 other guys, and you guys are there every, I don't know. Actually, I don't know, man. I don't know why I put that there. I just feel like it's a fantasy guy. All right, it's a guy that if I'm just gonna be honest, it's a guy where if another guy slaps your ass, and you think this guy's gonna go in the back of his car and pull out like a LARPing tool.
Yeah.
Or just be like, hey, what are you doing? And then do one of these. That's where I feel like you're going to find these guys.
Starts doing Naruto fucking hand signs. Start breathing. Yeah. That's where I feel like you find these. What I meant to say was if your boyfriend is LARPing on Sunday, that's no good. No bueno. Unhand her.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, she's getting choked out. Unhand her now.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. So, see, we found a reason to have it on the list.
Okay. You take the next
one.
All
right. Starbucks. If you go to a Starbucks daily, I mean, like if you start seeing, ladies, if you start seeing the same gentleman go to the same store you do, and one of them happens to be Starbucks, he's probably not, like, I don't care how much money you make.
Just probably not into women.
Yeah. He's into pumpkin and peppermint. And chances are he's not really into you. So
listen, I've been to Starbucks.
Me too.
Do I go on a daily basis?
No.
Can I afford an $8 coffee?
You could.
No.
You could.
I could, but why?
Right. And that's the point.
Occasionally, I want to go to Starbucks. I want to have something that, I don't know. It's like having a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
I think the reason is because men, we value our time. And the fact that it takes as long as it does for an overly expensive coffee, regardless of flavor, is not worth our time. So chances are you're not going to find a real man on that line waiting or working behind the counter, for that matter. So
true that.
Next,
I'm going to take the one I wrote down here, the vegan store.
Yes.
If you go on a date and ask the guy what does he do, what he does for a living, and he goes,
right.
"Oh, I work at a vegan coffee shop. Oh, I work at a vegan restaurant." Run.
Yeah.
That's running. You run until you hit a fucking wall, and you better be running fast enough to where you go through that fucking wall.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you want a man, is what I'm saying. If you want a guy to protect you, you want a guy to fucking lift you up with one arm.
Yeah.
Chances are you're not going to find him being a waiter at a vegan place or a bartender and talking to you about, oh, you got to try these buffalo chicken wings. Stop putting the meat words in your vegan menus. It's fucking confusing. Just say buffalo vegan wings. Don't say chicken because it's not chicken.
Or just say seasoned cauliflower. Don't try to mimic something else. That's not chicken. But say if I could add one thing, when the winter comes around and your significant other is starving to death because he's never tried a chicken nugget and refuses to, you're gonna really wish you had that guy that was staring at you at the gym. You
keep mentioning this guy at the gym.
I can't help it.
I love it. Or the guy at the construction site,
right.
lifting up the fucking 80-pound cinder block with his bare hands.
100%.
But that's another thing. And if you go out to a restaurant with a guy and he sees the sight of meat and it bothers him, that's also another hint. This guy's got to go.
Keep it moving.
He's not worthy of smashing anything but his head in a fucking wall. Okay? You want to read the last one or we get into
He doesn't
Jack's
like
news?
meat. What makes you think he's going to be able to handle his own?
Exactly.
So.
The last one is around females. I don't know why.
Yeah. So, all right. The next one, if you're a male and you go to the Michael's art store by yourself, meaning you weren't dragged there by another female, you're in the wrong place. And ladies, if you're there and you find a single man in there, just move the next aisle over because that's where you're going to catch the hammer. That's a ghost. He's either out there to kill you or he's not interested in that. Absolutely not. He's more interested in his in art, right? And that's not somebody you want to protect you. Okay.
No.
or to provide.
And I'm not saying artists
No.
are not protectful. I'm just saying
They order it online, like real men.
Yeah, exactly. Order everything online. Don't look at sizes and colors. Just order.
They don't go to
if you
the
don't
store.
like it, just throw it in the fucking corner with everything else.
They throw it in the cart and press buy. Right?
All right, on to Jack's news.
All right.
Let's go. Yeah, boy.
All right.
Jack, what do we got on the news?
So for the first article is going to be about Doomsday or the Doomsday Clock. We were talking about the end of the world and how you would probably want Jim Guy to be the one to lead you through. So I figured this would be a great article to pull up. Now, the Doomsday Clock, do you know what it is?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Anything you're about to read, I have no idea.
Perfect.
Besides the fake news segment.
Oh, right. Right. That was funny. So
I'm more clueless than Biden. Look.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America.
perfect.
Perfect. 2 words.
All right.
Great.
So
that's our president, folks.
Oh, yeah. And this is all, by the way, his fault as well. Well, not his fault, but it's no better. So Chicago atomic scientists was a group of scientists that invented it. It's not an actual clock. It's just a representation of a clock. So they draw up a clock, and then depending on their calculations and their research, they set it closer or further away from midnight. And the reason that midnight is represented as game over. Humans do not exist anymore for one reason or another. Actually, funny little fact, the people that invented the Doomsday Clock were also invented in creating the atomic bomb. They were part of the Manhattan Project. So I just found that funny because to me that sounds like the gunman counting down to when they're going to shoot you. So
yeah, in their head.
That's
how dare you?
Exactly. Oh, perfect drop also because there are actually 2 main reasons why the clock has moved forward, and that's nuclear risk, right? And now major issue climate change. So good job on the drop. So
there is no planet B.
Yeah.
There is no planet blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh my, this whole world is a clown. We're listening to someone that has no credentials, who was at the time like 14, 15 years old, now 19. I mean, she has no degrees, no anything in this. And the whole news picks a fucking worthless animal and just makes her into like this Disney character.
Yeah, well, that's what she is.
And all the puppets. Oh, yeah, Greta Thunberg. Oh.
That's a great way to put it, because she definitely is a fucking puppet. Like, they brought her out like the
and everyone watching
Disney princess.
She's the puppeteer.
It's great.
No. The news is the puppeteer. She's the puppet, and everyone else is the audience. Okay. And they're like, they love it.
So the clock was initially created in 1947. So it was a long time ago because it was before we were born, obviously. But not that long ago to where it was like, we're talking about fucking ancient civilizations here. It's not that far. So, and there's this famous song about the clock when it was initially set to 7 minutes. Now we're actually at 90 seconds. So thank you, Joe Biden. We appreciate it.
What you talking about, man?
Yeah.
What you talking about?
I don't know, man. Look, it's a pretty big deal, but we've never been this close. And I don't know. What would you do if, let's say, this thing was about to hit midnight? We're 2 seconds away from midnight, and they're telling
2 seconds.
Well, no, whatever, you have the day, but they come out with the report like, oh, it's going to be any day now. And what would you do, let's say, if it was 24 hours till you died? Nuclear war or whatever, or climate change was about to kill you. I'm not sure how that would happen, but we'll just say climate change is about to kill you. I mean, you have 24 hours to live because it's too hot.
And I could do anything.
Yeah, anything. Well, I mean, there's laws, but whether you choose to break them is up to you.
No, I don't need to break no laws. Like, you gotta make stakes.
Oh.
You gotta get as much females willing possible to have some coitus. And you just gotta fucking do the craziest shit in that 24 hours. You don't have to kill nobody. You don't have to fucking do anything crazy.
No, you know what?
I just want to have fun. I want to die of a heart attack before I die of a bomb.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
I think only crazy people would be like, "Oh man, I only have 24 hours to live. I'm gonna go kill somebody." Like, why? What are you gonna get out of that? I don't think any real man
that's
that's
rush.
not sick in the head. Nah, but there's so many other good things to give you that rush, and that's actually what I have on my list. I have a bunch of things that'll give me a rush, and also consequently,
I'm only dying to know.
So, I personally would max out all my credit cards. I'd go out and open credit cards same day. Fucking just totally liquidate everything I can. Buy as many, rent, I don't know, acquire the services
Put it on the card.
of...
It's not getting paid.
No, exactly. That's why I said credit card. And acquire the services of as many females as possible, buy as many drugs as I can. Go down to the nearest, I don't know, marina on either coast. I could make it within 24 hours. Not that far from New York. Jump on a yacht and watch the fireworks, baby. Just...
Yeah, I guess. That'd be nice. It's like a sunset during the night.
It's like a sunrise and then a sunset really quickly.
Yeah. I'm with you, actually. I'm going to drop all my plans and hop in with you.
Let's do this.
I'm pretty sure. And I want one influencer because I want to fucking throw her off the boat just to say I did something crazy that night. I just want one female influencer. It doesn't have to be Jessica Fernandez, or it could be.
Whatever. I mean, we're going to be out there for a couple of weeks. We might need bait.
Yeah. You never know. We might, and if we survive, we're good. We're chilling.
I knew this would happen. Why weren't you the one staring at me at the gym? Fucking people. So, all right. Whoa. So for this next news is actually a little fake news that was created to try and give you guys a sense of the danger that's going on in the world of criminals, and you know the government's really doing something about the cartel, and you know we got El Chapo's son. So this latest article from Vice actually showed a picture of a entire round, jacket included, never fired, somehow through a hole, claiming that that's the bullet that, not claiming, but insinuating that that was the round that created the hole fired out of a weapon. Now, if you have never, ever been around any firearms, you would have no idea what I'm talking about. But for the rest of us,
you'd be like, that's cool.
Yeah, so dangerous,
Damn, that bullet's so long. Check it out on YouTube. We're going to have this picture up.
So if you do know what we're talking about, I'm pretty sure the description kind of gave it away. Bullets don't fire with the jacket still on. And it looks absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe there's no one in journalism that looked at this picture and was like, huh.
That's because they're not men.
Weird.
They're a bunch of pussies that don't know. Like I said, you even wrote it down. If he knows what he's talking about, weapons and guns and weaponry,
right?
He's good. Some idiot that decides to put an unfired bullet through a wall to make it seem like they took a picture of El Chapo's fucking compound, and you're trying to sell a story. He forgot that there's men with dicks between our legs, and we know that's not a bullet. That's not what a round looks like after it's been fired.
What a great way to show El Chapo's men that we have no idea what we're doing.
Oh, we're gonna fool them. No, we're manly.
Can't stand this, man. Make us look like pussies for real. Like 100%. Not the way to go, man. Bad look.
Vice too. This is a Vice article, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I said,
somehow I'm not surprised.
Horrible.
So then,
fucking cup check in that office. Man. Do some cup checks in there. Fucking start tapping some balls.
Right. So the next one could get her balls checked. The Greta Thunberg fakes her own arrest in Germany for a coal mine detention. Apparently, they were standing too close to the giant hole that was not Greta Thunberg. And the whole thing was totally staged. It's totally fake. She's taking pictures with the cops before and after, like it's a fucking meet and greet with Santa. And it's obviously
blah 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 blah.
Nothing going on upstairs for the good old girl.
How dare you?
Because why would you be taking pictures and thinking, "Yep, everyone's on my side here. No one else is going to be taking pictures or video."
Yeah, I went to Germany to do something, and now they are going to arrest me. This is all fake, all bullshit. And I can only imagine there's probably articles saying, no, we did this purposely, or when we were doing a commercial. Get the fuck out of here.
So
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
of course, you're going to have the big ones, well, the big one, and everyone else in media making fun of this. Fox News reporting on this. It was great, man. I really appreciate when they bring this front and center, because we can't seriously consider climate change to be that threatening if the person you're putting forward is doing shit like this. You can't.
Yeah, and has no degree in anything. Right. Like, I'm not going to believe someone that does not have any studies, work, or books written, and it's all bullshit. It's all another hoax.
They should have just fucking Spartan kicked her down the hole.
Yes, that was the time to fucking do what what's it, Alec Baldwin did and fucking shoot her by accident. Wait, too much? I don't know. Fired on its own, man. Fucking, I don't know.
And then they find the whole round jacket.
Don't blame
included.
me. Blame the weapon.
Right.
Yeah. And then they take a picture with
Just
a
the whole
round
round.
that hasn't been fired. That's up her ass, and they pull it out. Anyways, wow, an hour and 21 minutes. We got to wrap this one.
Yeah, boy.
Jack, what do you got for our listeners?
Hey, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate your patronage. Please like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. We only exist really because we know that this might help people out there and enjoy us on their therapy.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, thanks for listening. Season 3, we are wrapping it up here shortly. I don't know if we're going to do 1 or 2 more episodes. We'll see how we go. Please like, follow, subscribe at UnFollowVic Podcast, both on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. This has been episode 32. I don't know what I'm going to name it. What am I going to name it? Power slaps. I think everything we talked about has been slaps. Right?
I like it.
But anyway, until next time.
Peace.
See you. Peace.